I was racially profiled at Whole Foods again at another location. I talked to the manager. You know, I had to study like why the state where I live always has all these massacres, and it's because there was a massacre out here where one of these white racist soldiers, he brutally and horrifically murdered hundreds of Native women and children. The men, I guess they killed off first or something. It was so horrific. I had to stop learning about it. I mean, I knew about it, but I dove more into it to learn more. And, you know, of course, me being Native, Arawak Native, most of my people are gone, of course, because this happened around the world. The point that I'm making is, like, I go in here to shop, I spend over $200, and the security, another white racist security guard follows me. Mind you, the moment I see him, I get bad vibes from him. I already knew he was a demon just from his demeanor and the way he looked. And I'm like, oh, this guy is going to be a problem. But, like, I'm trying to be positive. You know, I'm trying to be positive. I just came from urgent care. You know, I have to take antibiotics again because I have a sinus infection. My son just had one. Like, we're going through sickness. I had pneumonia. My daughter had pneumonia. She was in the hospital. Like, all these things. And he follows me to the cash register to make sure that I pay when I have a basket, like, full of, like, $200 worth of stuff. And it's like, I knew, but, you know, I'm always trying to, like, be positive and think of, like, happy things. And, oh, and I thought about it, like, should I have turned around and looked at him and said, why are you following me? And took out my phone and started recording. The thing is, the trauma that I have with gun violence, with me witnessing what I witnessed, and other things that I went through living in the hood and stuff like that, being around guns and murder and violence and all this, I don't feel safe to do that. So I didn't confront him or anything. I mean, I looked at him, but he wouldn't look at me. He looked horrible, like evil. He looked evil. And then, so I call the manager, and the manager, right off the bat, the manager is defensive. I'm like, can I get your name? And he's like, what is this about? And I'm like, well, you know, I was just there, and, like, the security guard followed me, racially profiled me, and followed me to the cash register. So he's like, oh, that's above me. Let me transfer you to the manager. So I call, and I tell the manager, like, this is the second Whole Foods that this happened to in the city where I live in, which is known to be one of the most racist cities in the whole state, including in the whole nation. And I don't want to disclose my location because I've been a victim of gender-based violence and domestic violence and targeting and racial discrimination and betrayal trauma and all this trauma that I didn't ask to go through. And it's like, he was angry, and it's like, I don't know if he was angry because of but he was like, that's not his job. He's not supposed to do that. I have to talk to his company. And he's like, I have to see what happened. And I'm thinking in my head, the security guard will probably just lie. I don't know if he'll look it up on the camera, but it's like, I've dealt with this where people are like, how dare you mention race? Because I told him, I was like, I'm biracial. I'm half African American, you know. And it's like, I dress nice, I dress trendy, and that's how I dress. Like, it's my culture. And so I'm not going in there looking like a bum, stinking, looking homeless. And I still get racially profiled. And he was angry. And I don't know if he was angry with me because I interrupted his day. He said he was going to do something about it, but I don't know if he will, because the last time this happened at the bigger store, the manager that was under the manager that had my back said I could come in and ask for him and it would never happen again, you know, because I called corporate and everything. I left a bad review and everything. Well, the supervisor under the supervisor at the other store that was helpful she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then, but I could tell she was lying. She was being fake about it, and she wasn't going to do anything. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I don't know if I should call corporate or not, because I don't know if he's going to do anything. And if I call corporate, then maybe his boss will find out. Maybe it would make him angrier. But the point of me making this video, and the point of me saying this, is like, this country was built off of trauma of the grape and the pillage of Native people and women and children. And it's like, it's still happening. Like, basically what I'm trying to say is what this boils down to. And I do not have the money right now to get a civil rights attorney. They, like, the civil rights movement, it's supposed to protect us from stuff like this, and they just violate your civil rights anyways. In the school system, in the medical system, systemic racism, in the store, the security guards, the police officers, the judges, the social workers. Like, it's just awful in this country, in America. I'm tired of it, and I am patriotic. I love my country, and I pray for my country and my state. But when I can't go into a grocery store where I live without being followed by a white security guard, when I have trauma from being violently assaulted by men and targeted by men, that's a serious problem. Because basically what it boils down to is I can't shop there. I literally cannot shop there. I do not feel comfortable bringing my children there, even with the manager assuring me that it's not going to happen. And I live in a small town, so it's like, I need to be able to access the grocery stores. If I need to go to the grocery store, like close by where I have an appointment. And it's like, this store, you know, I've dealt with a racist cashier before at that store, but I ignored it. But it's like, now I can't shop there, because I'm like, the manager's mad. I don't know if he's mad at the situation, the security guard, or me. I don't know if he's going to do something. Now I put me in a bad situation. I don't know. I have to pray about it, but I'm here to pick up my prescription. I don't know if I should call corporate. And what bothers me is, like, I have no one to talk to. Nobody cares. No one cares about me and my kids and what I go through. Yeah, some of my followers do. God bless you. I love you guys. Like, but I'm saying in my real life, that's why I started a page, because I'm lonely. I don't have anyone to talk to. But it's like, it sucks where you can't, there's no one you could call. Like, my godfather, he was like abusive to me, like trying to act like I have a mental problem because I'm suffering, when it says in the Bible that there's long suffering. And he attacked me. I mean, of course I forgive him, but you know, he has mental problems. And it's like, that's not correct. The way you're coming at me is disrespectful. And then, like, so I can't call him. He doesn't care. He just goes into, oh, you didn't bring Jesus in the store with you. No, my rights were violated like they have when I was little, and you sit there and you don't do anything. That's why I should have never been my godfather, and I should have never called you. So anyways, I went off on a tangent, but it's like, basically I can't shop there because you guys employ, like, and I've shopped there before, and there's an African-American security guard, and it was fine. Of course, he's not going to follow me. But as soon as it's a white one, you're going to follow me, and my mom's white. This is why when people say biracial women aren't black, I'm like, okay, well, I get followed like a black woman. I get called the N-word. I get my kids taken from me. I get racially profiled. I get harassed by the police. Like, and part of it was because I was connected to my ex who had bad energy, but most of it, no, I'm talking about literally my race, because my skin's not white enough. My skin's not light enough. My eyes are Asian. I look too native. I have a tint of brown. My hair is dark brown. I didn't dye it blonde. I don't have blonde contacts. And even then, they'd probably still follow me because I'm not white and my skin's not white like ivory or something. It's just awful. It's awful. And, you know, someone had posted, like, I'm glad you're safe, and I appreciate it. It's from a woman. And it's like, but the thing is how am I safe if I can't go to a grocery store without being racially stalked and followed by a security guard that's supposed to be protecting me? And then on top of it, no one even cares about it. And I mean, in my life, not, I post it online because I want to. And God told me to show what I'm going through. But I mean, on the same note, I do want to post like motivating things, but this channel was supposed to be like a vlog style, but anyways, but I started off as podcast style because I didn't know what I was doing, so I do have to fix it. You just bear with me. But the point is like you see what I'm saying? Like I can't shop at that store because it's like, so now I can only shop at the one by my house because they don't have security guards there. I mean, it's crazy. And then when I go to the one by my house, none of the workers do that. Like, it's not the worker. The workers are not sitting there acting like I'm gonna steal. And who cares if I do? They act like I'm in their home and I'm stealing. They don't get paid. It's a corporation. I just can't. I just cannot. And I don't steal. But you know, like, so like, and then I make these videos. I don't know what people think I am. I don't know what race people think I am. I've been called Hawaiian, Italian, everything but black and white. But the point is I'm biracial, I'm black and white, and I'm getting stalked and followed in a grocery store. Over and over, it just keeps happening. It's not okay, and that security guard should be ashamed of himself, and the company needs to fire him, and they won't. Just like the other racist lady at Safeway. That's why I don't shop there. Because I complained and they don't do anything. She might not approach me anymore, but she told me I couldn't check out twice. And then so this is why this continues, because companies, they're racist. They don't care. They don't care that their employees stalk someone else. And the manager's demeanor is like, I don't think he's gonna do anything. And then, you know, like if I called my ex, he'd be like, oh, why are you worried about it? But he's a black man. That's emotional abuse because he never cared about me. So my whole life, stuff that's, people are putting me in harm's way on purpose, and then on top of it, the people that I love, that I think love me, sit there and tell me don't worry about it because they're not going through it. I don't have anyone. I don't have a man to protect me. I'm alone. It's just horrible.